Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, the EngiHub, where engineering made easy. We have started this YouTube channel to make the engineering subject easier to understand. Our goal is to break down the complex theories or topics into a simple steps for your better understanding and easier to learn in a quick time. Happy learning. Welcome back to the video again. Today we're going to discuss about the canonical and the normal forms. Before we get into this, one has to study what is minterm and maxterms. So actually this question was asked in January 2024 paper for 4 marks, asking define maxterms and minterms. What exactly are these two? Let's study. So let's say we consider two variables, whatever the variable that you can assume, you can take it like a, b, any random variable as per your wish. Here in my case, I've taken two variables called x and y. So what I'm going to do is, if I do multiplication operation on these two variables, for example x into y, whatever the product that comes, this is actually called as my minterms or standard product terms, as you can see it on the board. The definition goes like this: if the two variables are combined by hand operation, the Boolean product terms are called minterms or standard product terms. Okay, the same thing if you apply OR operation, for example addition in between two variables, you will simply get that as to be a max terms. Okay, and it is also called as standard sum terms. Okay, so before we get into the next way, I want you to remember two things here. So whenever I write Boolean, right, Boolean is actually 0 and 1. Can you tell me which is maximum and minimum number here? Obviously the minimum would be 0 and maximum would be 1. Okay, the same way, whenever you are writing any expression in minterms, okay, the 0 would be considered as complementary, and for maxterms the 1 will be considered as complement. Okay, let us study this in detail. Hope you have understood this. Now coming back to the truth table of x and y, here we have got the values of both x and y in this column, and you can see minterms and maxterms being written in this column. Before we get into this truth table, solving this truth table, one has to remember these key points. What is this in the sense? This minterm is actually the multiplication of two variables. So whatever the answer that you will be writing in this column should be the multiplication or the answer of multiplication of these two numbers. Okay, and the maxterm is addition of two variables. So this was the key point. And coming back to the second point, the Boolean numbers. So whenever you remember the Boolean numbers, or whenever you hear about the Boolean number, either it is 0 or 1. So 0 being the minimum number and 1 being the maximum number respectively. So this minimum number, the 0, would be complement in the minterms. So wherever you see 0, it would be in the complementary form, and in maxterm, wherever you see 1, it would be in the complementary form. Let us understand this in detail. Okay, so now you can see this being has 0 and this is also 0, and we know minterm is actually the multiplication of two variables. So if I have to write the product of the both multiplication, or sorry, the product of two variable is written as m0, the small 0, and you can see x being 0. So we got to know that in minterms, whenever you see 0, there should be written in complementary form. So both x and y should be written in complementary form. So this is the answer. Coming back to the second row, here we got 0 and 1, right? So here you can see 0 being written for what? It is for x. So m1 will be having the x bar into y, because here you can see the 0, which has been the minimum number for minterms. So 1 here, so it is not there. So x is in the normal form and the 0 would be in a complementary form. Hope you are understanding this step. And the last is written as m3, and both x and y has 1. Okay, so you can write this as x and y. Simple. So hope you have understood the minterms. Talking about the max terms, here you can see 0 and 0. So actually the max term should be written in a capital form. Okay, so it is addition of two numbers, so it will be simply x plus y. Okay, and here you can see 0 and 1, right? m1, the capital M1 will be x plus y bar, because you know whenever you have a maxterm and you see 1 in it, it would be a complementary form. And talking about the next column, it is 1 0. So m2, it would be x bar plus y, and both has 1 and 1 here, and I mean x and y both has 1. So your m3 would be both x bar plus y bar. Hope you understood the minterms and maxterms. If you did, please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.